Good afternoon, Caroline. I'm so glad you're here talking with us. I am here with Caroline Gaddis, who is with Economic Development for the City of Anderson. And she launched the Brew in Anderson probably 3 or 4 years ago and has started and is working with communities around the state to help them launch their own brew. Spartanburg, Greenville, Lawrence, Greenwood are all very thankful to her for helping guide them through the brew process. So I'm going to ask Caroline a few questions. Good. Well, Caroline, would you please tell us what the brew is?
Yes. So the Brew is a program for entrepreneurs and communities as a whole, but it features business ideas with community feedback. And so essentially, it's a time for communities to gather together. One entrepreneur stands up and presents their ideas. They share what they do, why they do it, maybe why they started their business, what products or services they offer. And then they end their brief presentation. I say presentation lightly, it's more of a conversation with a few questions for the audience seeking their feedback. So these questions typically involve a challenge that the entrepreneur is facing or an area in which they want to grow their business. So it can be as simple as, how do I increase foot traffic? Or I need to change up my marketing techniques. What are some things that you guys have seen that works in your businesses? And then the rest of the session is just a big brainstorming collaborative environment for everyone to bounce ideas off of each other and to help the business owner that's there that day, but everyone leaves with a little nugget of information. You always learn something new at the Brew. So the Brew is really just a time for entrepreneurs, community members to get together, brainstorm to help make their community and their businesses in their community the strongest that they can be.
Very good, Caroline. Well, it sounds like it is lots of fun and very high energy as well as very educational.
Yes,
Great.
absolutely.
Well, good. Well, so how do you think it's changed Anderson for business owners?
I think it has been amazing for business owners and helped us all to connect in a different way. So I feel like being an entrepreneur can be very isolating. You work in your business all the time. You're focused on what you do. But the Brew has allowed entrepreneurs from all different industries and backgrounds to come together and work together to build each other's businesses up. So I think that it's really provided a bridge to all different industries and different types of businesses in Anderson. And we have seen so many people partner together, work together that would have otherwise probably never even spoken to each other. So it's been a really neat piece to foster community within our business community.
Oh my gosh, sounds like I want to just be in Anderson now. So for the business community, it has helped them create their own community within that. But how about for the community at large?
Yes, people love coming to the Brew. I always tell people when they're interested in coming, I say you should attend because you get a sneak peek into what's happening in our community. So you find out what's coming before everyone else is, and then also you can give feedback. So, for example, say there's a boutique and they're really looking to branch out into a different target market. Maybe the stay-at-home mom doesn't own a business, but she really can help that business owner because she's going to be shopping and she is in that target market. And so she can come and give valuable insight to that business owner and say, hey, it really works for me when you have billboards showing what you're having on sale that week or whatever it may be. So it's really great because the community ultimately is who the businesses are here to serve. And so the communities being a part and community members being a part of something like the Brew is instrumental in the success of the program. We have two gentlemen that come just about every week and they're retired. And I asked them, why do you come to the Brew? And they said, well, why not? We find out what's going on in Anderson before anyone else does. And so I think it's a great opportunity for the community to get involved in the businesses. And I also have noticed a shift. I feel like before the Brew was around, people were very quick to criticize business owners and businesses for decisions they were making. But I feel like once you go to the Brew and you hear that business owner present and you hear their heart and whatever they're struggling with, they talk about it openly, it really changes people's perspective and they understand that being a business owner is hard. These people are doing hard work in our community. And so having community members there that may not be entrepreneurs is vital for the life cycle of an entrepreneur, even just for them to see how hard it is and the hard work that they put in to provide a business for Anderson.
Wow. So it really is for the community altogether, not just for business owners.
Right.
Very good. And I love the story of the two gentlemen who are retired. Great. So let's talk a little bit about this, connections and trust, because it sounds like you've built up a lot of trust in your brew community. How do you think, how does the brew facilitate that?
Yes, I think in a lot of ways we do that. But one, just being consistent. We're there every Wednesday to show the community this is a place where you can come to collaborate. And we have our brew regulars that we call them that come to every brew session. And so they're there and then they build equity with each other. So when they give feedback, someone's more likely to listen because they know, hey, this person comes and they've been bought into Anderson and they really care about what's going on here. So I think there's a consistency piece to it. And some of our communities don't meet every week like Anderson. Some of them just meet once a month. And that's great too, because you're providing that safe place for everyone to come together and bring new and fresh ideas. But having people show up every week with a humble spirit, but a hungry spirit ready to helps feed that initiative that we're trying to drive of trust and equity in each other's businesses. So I think just being present, that's what we always tell people. It's like anything in life. You get out of it what you put into it. And so if people are coming and being engaging in the conversation and caring about their neighbors and their neighboring businesses, in turn, it's just going to feed that relationship. And so I think just the consistency piece has been great for us to really foster the community aspect.
Oh, Caroline, this is so exciting. So how does a community start a brew?
Yes, so they can reach out to any of the current brew communities. We all get together once a month on a brew regional call. And so if someone has a community that they've talked to recently that are interested in starting the brew, they just send them my way. Typically, I jump on a Zoom call with them or we get on the phone and chit chat a little bit. I send an onboarding packet to them and they make sure that it fits what they're looking to do. And then we get them signed up for the brew. It's a quick process, but we try to do everything we can to help the communities be successful in their launch.
Very good. That does sound fairly simple. So do you have graphics and things like that that go with it?
Absolutely. So we have a full brand package. We have a trademarked logo that we send to everyone. They're allowed to use with the trademark agreement. And we have some generic graphics that we can send and help people out with their marketing materials. And then it's so nice because there are so many communities that are doing the brew now. We all can learn from each other. And so I actually took a graphic from Abbeville that they posted recently, and I'm recreating it for Anderson. So we can learn from each other and kind of use each other's marketing materials. So that's nice.
Well, so it sounds a little bit like all the brew communities are helping each other like you do at each community.
That's exactly right. That's essentially the brew regional call that's once a month. It's kind of like a brew meeting. It really is nice because we all talk about our challenges that we're having in our communities, and then we brainstorm ways to help each other. And we really can learn a lot from each other.
Wow, very good. So how does someone contact you?
The best way to contact me is via email, and my email address is cgaddis, Gaddis, at cityofandersonsc.com. And that's the easiest way to email me or to contact me is via email. Sometimes if I miss a call, I don't exactly see the log on there. So send me an email and I can give you a phone call or we can get in touch with each other and start planning how to launch the brew in your community.
Wonderful. Well, Caroline, thank you so very much for talking to us about the brew, and I hope you are inundated with emails.
Yes, me too. It's a great program. I cannot recommend it enough. It works. It's tried and true. We love it in Anderson. Our community loves it. And so I would encourage anybody, if you're interested in starting something like this, or you're just looking to build community within your community, this is a way to do it.
Well, Caroline, thank you very much for being with us today, and you have a wonderful afternoon.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much, Erin.